Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video marks the start of my Fish Tales with Owen series, where I will be fishing at local spots around Hopkinton, Mass. And sharing stories with the viewers. Today I will be fishing at Hopkinton State Park and sharing some facts about how fishing came to this spot. Hopkinton State Park is a very diverse environment that is home to many different species. Today I ran into this snake that was resting right below my feet. Now enjoy the view and relax as I share a quick story about fishing at this particular spot. In the 1960s, after Hopkinton Reservoir was decommissioned as a water source for Boston, the Massachusetts Department of Conservation and Recreation converted the area into Hopkinton State Park. One of the major efforts during this transformation was to make the reservoir a hub for outdoor recreation, including fishing. In the early 1970s, the state initiated an aggressive fish stocking program to introduce species like rainbow trout, largemouth bass, pickerel, and yellow perch into the waters. The program quickly drew attention from local anglers, and word spread that some of the trout being stocked were over 5 pounds, massive for a stocked freshwater reservoir. A well-remembered event occurred in the spring of 1974 when a young local angler named Danny Mulvaney, just 14 at the time, caught what was then considered one of the largest rainbow trout ever pulled from the reservoir, a 6.2-pounder. It was a cool April morning in 1974. The Massachusetts Division of Fisheries and Wildlife had stocked Hopkinton Reservoir just days before, part of an ongoing effort to build the newly created Hopkinton State Park into a family-friendly outdoor destination. That year, the state had included some oversized rainbow trout, partly as a public relations move to draw attention to the park's fishing potential. Danny Mulvaney, a 14-year-old boy from nearby Ashland, had been fishing the reservoir with his father for a couple of years now, usually catching smallmouth bass or panfish. But that day, he went down alone, armed with a lightweight spinning rod and a jar of powered bait, still relatively new at the time. He set up near the eastern dam, where the water drops off quickly. About 45 minutes of no bites, he cast out again and let the bait settle. Moments later, his rod tip twitched, and then bent almost in half. Thinking he'd snagged the bottom, he yanked, but then, what he thought was the bottom, pulled back. A small crowd gathered as he battled the fish for nearly 10 minutes, afraid his light line would snap and the fish would get off. When he finally landed it, people gasped. It was a thick-bodied rainbow trout, silver and pink, measuring nearly 24 inches and weighing 6.2 pounds, an enormous size for stock trout in Massachusetts. The fish earned him a Massachusetts Angler Award, and his picture, a shy grin, red windbreaker, fish nearly as long as his torso, was printed in the Middlesex News and posted in tackle shops across Middlesex County. That one catch became part of the lore of Hopkinton State Park. It marked a turning point when the park went from a newly developed space to a local treasure. Danny himself reportedly kept fishing for years but never landed another fish of that size. In interviews decades later, older anglers would refer to pulling a Danny whenever someone caught a big fish unexpectedly. Some locals even claim the spot by the dam where he caught it is still known as Danny's Corner. Inspired by this story, Danny's Corner is where I elected to fish today, as seen in the video. Though I did not catch a 6.2-pound rainbow trout, or any fish for that matter, I enjoyed my time here and plan to come back soon. Though I might not catch a fish as large as Danny Mulvaney caught back in April of 1974, I am determined to catch a fish from this reservoir to show all of you. Now, sit back and relax and enjoy the view of Danny's Corner. I hope you all enjoyed today's story and stay tuned for the next episode of Fish Tales with Owen.